or good afternoon, or even conceivably good morning. Please choose the appropriate greeting. Because so many of you have expressed an interest in the culture of Hawaii, my lecture today is entitled Highlights of Hawaiian History. Let's begin. The first important event in Hawaiian history was the discovery of the islands by Captain James Cook on January 18, 1778. Captain Cook was so overjoyed at making it there at the height of the tourist season, he wanted to do something nice for the local residents. So he gave a banquet and really threw himself into it. He thought this was a great way to make himself a part of the community. The next important event in Hawaii was the coming of the missionaries, led, as you recall, by Julie Andrews. This event, while well received, was not as big a hit as Mary Poppins. But it did give us moo-moos, which you will be seeing from time to time in my talk. Anyhow, one of the most exciting events in Hawaiian history came on July 25, 1969, when Western Airlines began flying to Hawaii from many cities on the mainland. Now, I can hear some of you muttering that I've left out certain things, like Hawaii becoming a state and so on, but after all, I said I'd only concentrate on the highlights. Now, the reason it's so important that Western Airlines started flying to Hawaii is because Western introduced Islander service, and there'd never been anything quite like it in the sky before. In fact, it's such an important landmark, or air mark, I'm going to devote the rest of my lecture to describing an Islander flight in detail, specifically a flight I took recently. As great as my drawings are, I'm afraid they can't do justice to all of the features of the Islander. So, from time to time, I'm going to show you some pictures I took with a camera I cleverly concealed in my lapel. Little trick I learned from Mission Impossible. My trip to Hawaii started on a typical average day. Well, that's not really exactly true. It started on a typical average Friday. And every Friday, as you may know, is Aloha Day throughout the Western Airlines system. And on Aloha Day, many Western employees wear either an Aloha shirt or a muumuu, and they really give you a festive feeling, so your vacation starts in the terminal before you even leave. In fact, it actually started before I entered the terminal. Right here, with the skycap who greeted me at my car and checked my baggage in at the curb. The baggage tag alone gives you a clue that it's no ordinary flight you're taking. Inside, I spotted the first muumuu. I mean, it spotted me. This helpful girl is the ground hostess who directed me to an Aloha shirt wrapped around the gate agent. He took care of all the paperwork, checked me in, and let me select my seat. I knew I was at the right gate because there was a giant pylon with the Islander symbol on top. One step past the pylon, and I was in another world, Hawaii. At least it sounded that way, as authentic Hawaiian music serenaded me on the way to the plane. Seems as though I can still hear it. And look what the music leads to. Now, this is what I call a welcome. 5 beautiful stewardesses in 4 beautiful mini muumuus. You probably noticed the 5th muumuu, the long one. The girl wearing it doesn't have it on because she's shy. It's because she's the executive hostess. The long muumuu helps you spot her at the beginning. But you won't have any trouble finding her during the flight. She seems to be all over, serving, answering questions, helping, advising, and generally seeing to all your special travel needs. Now, she doesn't come by all of her knowledge lightly. The executive hostess gets special training for her job, some of it pretty unique. For example, she's had courses on the historic and cultural attractions of Hawaii. She knows which shops, hotels, and restaurants might appeal to you. And since she may serve you your wine, she's even gone on a fact-finding tour of a leading California winery. One of her first duties is to present a beautiful orchid corsage to every female passenger in first class, with the compliments of Western Airlines. To make certain every Hawaii-bound passenger knows he's on the right plane, the symbol of the Islander is all over the place. You'll see it on matchbooks, headrests, napkins, glasses, beverage stirrers, reserved seat cards, slipper socks, and lots of places. One of the places the symbol appears that really gets a lot of attention is the menu. This is passed out before takeoff, and the only problem with it is that the sound of so many lips smacking in unison often drowns out the engines. In flight, there's an air of expectancy as the stewardess prepares the exotic potion known as Islander Champagne Punch. It has a sort of volcanic effect. It's a sparkling libation garnished with tropical fruits. The Islander Punch comes down the aisle on an orchid-laden cart and is served in handsome stemmed glasses to all passengers throughout the plane, first class, coach, and economy. And now things really begin to happen. In first class, happy hour, or hours as the case may be, includes your choice of a complete beverage selection. One of the specialties of the house is an authentic Mai Tai served in a bamboo mug complete with its own umbrella, even though it never rains inside the plane. A tasty accompaniment is Hawaii's famous macadamia nuts, and for those who prefer, a selection of soft drinks and fruit juices, including pineapple juice, of course. Now it's time to really get on with the feast. So to help you prepare, the stewardesses bring around perfumed hot towels. Okay, now that we're all freshened up, what next? Poo-poos. Now this may be a little hard to believe, but poo-poo is a real Hawaiian word that means delicious little appetizers. And scrumptious they are. Hot and tasty little rumaki, bacon-wrapped chicken liver with water chestnuts, shrimp balls, egg roll, and crab rangoon, wonton filled with crab meat and cream cheese. Next course, Senegalese soup, served with a special coconut curry garnish. Followed by the Islander salad with special honey lime dressing. From the cart, you may choose banana bread, sourdough roll, French roll, or croissant. At this time, you select wine or champagne to go with your entree. First-class passengers have a choice of 5 entrees. Just take a look. Tahitian lamb chops, roast of tenderloin Polynesian, pineapple duck Hawaiian, grilled New York steak, or loin of pork Duke Kahanamoku. The succulent roast is served from the cart, cooked to order and carved before your very eyes, accompanied by Chinese vegetables and orange-flavored rice. Ready for your next course? Oh yes, there's lots more. Let's start with dessert part 1. Fantasia Aloha Torte with your choice of coffee, tea, or milk. Not ordinary coffee, Kona coffee, the way the Hawaiians like it, served up in a special Kona coffee glass. On the second cart, fortune cookies. Mine said, you are about to take a long journey. And almond cookies, and a liqueur finale, passion fruit liqueur, cognac, drambuie, B&B, and Grand Marnier. There will now be a slight pause for you to loosen your belt another notch. Then another refreshing hot towel is served. While all of this wining and dining has been going on in first class, what has been happening in coach? Well, first of all, let's look at what Western has done to the coach section itself. They've changed it from ordinary coach into deluxe coach, better than anything else flying to Hawaii. First, they took the seats and stretched them out, So now there's first-class leg room throughout coach and economy. Then they invented a combination armrest and table that fits in the middle seat of every coach row. It's called the Aloha table. Except when the plane is full, this unique invention creates 2+2 seating in Western's deluxe coach, with space as wide as first class. Now, that's a lot of luxury and first-class comfort at coach fare, but it just barely scratches the surface of Western's deluxe coach. Just look. After the free Islander champagne punch, coach passengers have their own happy hour, with a wide selection of cocktails available at nominal cost. Then they have a choice of 3 luscious entrees: steak teriyaki, pork loin oahu, and 2 princess chicken. No, not 2 chickens, 2 princesses. Each entree is served on china and is accompanied by salad with honey lime dressing, Chinese vegetables, and fried rice. Dessert is a tasty Aloha fruit squares, plus Kona coffee, Chinese tea, and milk. Throughout this sumptuous repast, the executive hostess is on hand to see that everything is the way you like it. What more could you ask? Good food, good wine, deluxe comfort, and pleasant company. After dinner, there's a selection of liqueurs to add a distinctive touch to your meal. This is the first coach service that can truly be called deluxe. Meanwhile, the economy passenger isn't the forgotten man, or forgotten woman, as the case may be. If you're saving with Western Special Economy fare, you still receive the sparkling Islander champagne punch, and you still have all the comfort of first-class leg room. What's more, there's a festive Islander picnic basket available for $1. And what a picnic! French rolls, slices of Italian salami and Gouda cheese, almond roca candy. The stewardess supplies lettuce and garnishes from the cart, and beverages include coffee, tea, or milk. And a split of Christian Brothers Burgundy or rosé wine is available for just 50 cents more. Passengers in economy can purchase cocktails and liqueurs, too, if they wish. Just about when the dinner dishes are cleared away, it's time to find out who won the captain's halfway sweepstakes. This is a contest that can turn you into an expert navigator. Early in the flight, the captain gives all passengers the pertinent data like cruising speed, wind velocity, and so on. All you have to do is figure out when the Islander will reach the halfway point of its flight. If you want some sage advice from a winner, do as I did. Just guess. It's fun, and there are some nice prizes for those who come closest. Now, what more could you expect after this great service, luscious food, and fun and games? Why, a first-run movie, of course, on a wide screen. Rather, on 3 wide screens throughout the cabin. And for those first-class passengers who don't care to watch the movie but love beautiful music, Western has created a unique stereo center with the most advanced stereo system in the air, including the earmuff type of headset that stereo buffs prefer. It all adds up to the finest, most complete, and by far the most comfortable service from here to Hawaii. It's actually a vacation in the air even before your vacation in the islands. And just what is it that awaits you at the end of this fabulous voyage? Paradise. It would take me several hours to do justice to it. So let me just whet your appetite. How about you? Isn't it time you got aboard Western's Islander to Hawaii for your own preview of paradise? Aloha.